Mike Barrelak here to talk to you. I'm going to try a little thing here. I'm going to do the first two sets of one of my bench pressing exercise while talking about Jim Profit from the show Profit, which I love. I'm currently watching. And so Jim Profit versus John Wick a little bit. I'm going to be talking more about the show Profit, but I'm going to start the video by talking about the Jim Profit versus John Wick, and as sympathetic bad guys. Now, I've only seen the first John Wick movie, so if you have anything to add in the comics, feel free. But I would say Jim Profit is definitely a more cunning and plotting, smart criminal. Whereas, from what I've seen of the first movie, John Wick is more agility, shoot 'em up, bang bang kind of bad guy. But also, Jim Profit, definitely more of a white collar criminal. His criminal activity is definitely more white collar versus John Wick. What I remember of the first movie, he was more of a desperate criminal, or kind of like a hoodlum. He committed hoodlum crime, basically. Well, that's another, but they're both sympathetic bad guys. John Wick, because, he lost a girl and lost a dog and after getting his life together. And Jim Profit, because of his child abuse that he sustained. But the show Profit, oh my God, I'm loving this show. What other show could there be a line like this and the line would be legitimate? Sorry, Mom. I have more pressing matters to take care of. And pleasing you is not on my list of priorities. What other show would a line like that be legit? Now this is his evil stepmom, for the record, in the show. But the more pressing matters he's referring to in that part of the story, this would be the second episode, Sykes. He's talking about he needs to set up the Russian mob boss and his friends for his own safety and financial security. That's the more pressing matter he needs to attend to, and why he doesn't have time to concern himself with Mom's pleasure right now. The mom, she's living in this luxurious apartment, sitting around watching the Three Stooges. In the series, the stepmother has proof that Jim Profit, off the dad. Jim Profit has contradictory evidence that proves she did it. So that's why yeah, it's effed up. But apparently, I did watch the pilot with the commentary with the director and the star, Adrian Pastar. And they stated that the stepmom was just supposed to be a character that was going to be in the pilot of the show, and then he'd get rid of her and that would be done. But they were so impressed with the actress that they brought the character back. The stepmom in the show is a former junkie, and the dad owned outback land, so he had money. So I can see how that would happen. A country guy who lives on the outskirts, owns a lot of outback land. Obviously, he's going to have money then. You could see how that might have happened. And the child abuse that the character Jim Prophet endured. Spoiler alert. Anyway, the show only lasted one season. Was unfortunately before its time. But the child abuse that this guy sustained was the father. So the mother died. In the story, the birth mother died. The father did the best he knew how to raise the boy. Basically, kept him in a box with a little hole cut out, big enough so he could see the TV. So this poor little child was just raised on TV in this box, and it happened to be a box from the Grayson and Grayson, quote, the family company. So. That's why he grows up after being raised on TV, and obviously feels he must become the head of the family. This company, Grayson and Grayson, because these losers don't know what they're doing. So the officer who's trying to arrest him for the murder of his father, trying to get evidence so he can put him away for that, says at one point in the series, after she finds this out, I don't know whether it'll arrest him or commit him. But that's why I said in that other video, Jim Prophet, my man, he's going to be just fine. After he set that up with the freaking mob boss. So, protect himself financially and physically. At the very end of that episode, I just love the way this show plays out. The character is almost ran over by a car. So you think, okay, this is an accident just set up by the Russian mob. Turns out, nope. It's just a woman who almost ran him down. And she apologizes, and he just says, she says, "Are you okay?" And then he says, I'm all right. Then he looks at the camera. The character, Jim Prophet, looks right at the camera, right at us, the audience, and says, "I'm going to be just fine." But this Stykes guy, I'll probably watch an episode tonight. He already tried to get rid of him in the episode called Stykes. He's either going to have to try again or make him get him working for or at least with him. But I swear to God, man, this Jim Prophet, man, he looks right at the camera. I'm going to be just fine. Do we learn that how he set it up with the mob boss and his friends that I talked about in another video? But man, this guy is my hero. Except for the mom thing. In real life, my father's drug addict girlfriend. I can't believe my father actually was trying to get with this creature. The woman was gross. But this is TV, so remember, even the TV junkies don't look too bad. Now, thinking about the term junkie, I was remembering a song from Ozzy Osbourne, The Junker. I don't know what it's like to be a junkie or even a former junkie, but I'm sure Ozzy does. And I would imagine he articulates it pretty good in that song. That beautiful flower is eating your mind. You try so hard to quit, but you'll never admit you're the junker. You know how Ozzy's guitar dude does it. You'll never admit you're the junker. Okay. Oh, jeez. I didn't want it to be even this long, but I got to do my last set on here. Mike Parallak, thank you for your time.